talk about that because having too much of something can kill you, and having too less of something can kill you. Let's go back a little bit because I want to bring people up to speed on the authenticity of hip hop rather than the culture, the culpability of the fad of hip hop. I would like to say you're not a participant; you're actually an artist. So let's talk about that because you come from an era where people had their names on their jackets. You were crews, you know what I'm saying? You come you come from an era where they had the ropes, the chains, even if you hold it up, the medallion, the mighty Zulu Nation, right there, which means if you don't know your history, this was a foundation and a formation of a group that upheld the culture of peace, love, unity, and having fun. So this was not just let's shake our ass and do something. It was also community driven and geared towards bringing people to the knowledge of hip hop, not just the music.
That's right.
I mean, it made big noise when Lil Wayne joined the Zulu Nation. Like that was big news because it was somebody who was hot at the time, going back to the roots and giving respect, which we don't really see too much anymore. Let's go back to those times though. What did it mean to have a crew and rock? Because today's culture is more be solo and not have a crew. What did that mean to back then, the crew dynamic?
Well, it's funny you say that because back in the beginning, I did go in and out of, I had a couple of crews. You know what I'm saying? I had a crew called HBC, which is the Homeboys crew. I had a crew called the Undisputed Three. Me and two brothers, I mean, they literally brothers, older than 1 year. It was three of us. So, when I first started trying to find my niche, you know, it was about crews, it was about duos, triplets, crews, you know what I'm saying, Cold Crush, Crash Crew, Treacherous 3, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it was. Like I said, endless rhymes, no hooks. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole different era. It was the beginning, you know, it was unplugged, as they say, you know, uncharted. But it was cool. I mean, it made for a better, you know, it made for a better road and a better timeline. So that's what I can say about that.
The thing about it though is, we're still going back a little bit because I want everybody to understand exactly what you know. You came from an era where the rhymes were undisputed because they had no one to fight with. And that's why the crew had to rhyme and be different than the other crew. So that's why biting was whack, because it was fresh. How could you bite? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you had to be nice, because you couldn't go up there and just say some BS, right? No. So let's look at it this way. You've seen the evolution of the rhyme pattern.
Right.
So you've come from the time with and all that, right? To now where people are mumbling and they don't even know what the fuck they saying. Part of the language. Yeah. So let's go to the key of that. How did you find your voice? How did you evolve your hip hop around it?
Well, at first I started rhyming. I did the, you know, he said, I mean, everybody did it. Like I said, I went in and out of crews. I learned how to harmonize. I did 8 bars. I did 100 bars, and you know what I'm saying, until until they regulated it, because you know when they couldn't play it on the radio no more because it was too long. It was like 30 minutes long. You know. Then they did the 16 bars and stuff like that. That's how I really basically formulated my style, because before that was unleashed. It was just rap till you can't rap no more. There was no way to organize it until they organized it.
Right.
On the radio.
Right.
So, you know, that's when I got to where I did 16 bars, you know, little hook here, and then I started incorporating intros, skits, everything came after that. But that wouldn't have been possible. If we was still in the beginning when you wrote like 20 pages. Yeah. You know, it was a different time. You know, it was organic, and then it became, you know, fashioned around the organization. So
I heard Eminem say that it was the lyricists that actually pushed the game forward, not the people who rhymed. So I want to ask you this question in relation to your career.
Okay.
Hip hop for most people is the DJ speaking first. So that's the Godfather. So we give the people who go older than the traditional, they talk about Grandmaster Flowers. Yeah. Then you get Flash, Herc, and Bambaataa and whatever, right? But then a lot of people say hip hop didn't really become hip hop until Grandmaster Caz. Some people say hip hop didn't become hip hop until Melly Mel. And some people say hip hop then wasn't hip hop until Busy B came. Some people say hip hop wasn't hip hop until Kumo D squashed them. A lot of people say then, no, KRS Run, Rakim, Nas, Treach, Lord Finesse, Biggie. They put all of them in. When did the lyrical part of hip hop hit you to make you go, I'm changing my pen to be the statement that the game needs?
All that you said was those were dope MCs and dope. It was dope, groundbreaking personalities that definitely changed the game as far as like the way you delivery was everything at that point. And I always had like I said in the beginning, it was like it's organic, MCG on the microphone, But as you listen to more of them, then it became competitive because you was like, wow, that was nice what he said, Melly Mel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rappers like hell, make it sound like heaven, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 21, and what I'm saying, then you start like, he playing with it, he getting crazy with it. I was like, I could do that too. That's what I wanted to do. Matter of fact, you're right, when I heard rappers like that, and the first one was Melly Mel and Raheem, and when they did Super Rap. That changed me right away. When I heard that, now I knew that you could rap a different way than the Curtis Blow or the Rapper's Delight or which is more like party oriented rhyming.
Right.
When you heard Flash and them, you're like, you can rhyme different. And when they was doing that, when Mel did that rap, that definitely changed the way I did it. I was like, yo, I want to rap like that. And I started writing my rhymes, just chain reacting and connecting them together. And I'm the best MC, and all that stuff. And I got better. I got good by my standard. I guess by their standard, because people was loving it. They're like, oh, G was nice. And that's what I did. I just went off of the person that I thought was the most aggressive and creative. Hip hop was what it was when it started, but when I heard the Super Rap, I was like,
that was it, huh?
That was it, man. I wanted to be the best. Look, I can rap like that. I'm gonna try my best, and I started doing it. It worked for me.
So they're coming back from the name. You're in Jersey now. So when we hear people talk about the best of the best, we hear about MC Swanee. We hear about C. Wise. We hear about Mike C. We hear about Double S, Shot Skills and Shot Born. We hear about those old Brick City names. Now you predate that. So then when you started doing the rhyme and the rhyme styles and patterns, that I'm not gonna say birthed everybody, but it inspired a lot of people to pick their pens up. What did you see come from your new style? Or what did you see come from your style to make the affection of hip hop grow in the community you were in?
You know what? When I first started, even though I told you I was rhyming from the day one and all that stuff, I never thought of myself as a quote unquote lyricist. I just thought of myself as being part of the culture. Like rap was this new thing when everybody was rhyming and everything. But like I said, when I heard that Super Rap, I was like, I want to rap super. And I just started from there. That's where I was rhyming. And plus, it attracted people. Some in a positive way, some in a negative, competitive way. They wanted to battle me, or they appreciated it, or they were like, yo, they were better than me. And I was in a lot of battles too, and won a lot of battles. So it definitely made me what would I say? I was the guy at that time where I was living at. I was living on 13th Street, by 6th Ave, in Newark. And when I used to rhyme, people was like, yo, man, and they would put it out there. I never said I was the best, or I was good. People would say that about me. And anybody that came around trying to battle, and go get G-Rock. We need G, we need G to come take care of this dude. I was like, hey, I just like the rhyme, but I was good. I connected the technical rhymes. I was just really good at that, fast rhyming. So, I just loved it. I love hip hop, man. I love it now the way it was that embraced me, that I embraced. You know what I'm saying? I just love it then and love it now, and I use that same thing when I write rhymes. You know, I can't. I got a reputation, so I got to come right.
You know what? You just sparked a question to me that I never asked anybody on the show, which is very deep. Thank you for that. I got somebody in my face right now who's unprecedented with history in hip hop. But because I know you, it's a little deeper because I know about your extensive martial arts collection too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, everybody get credit to Wu-Tang for martial arts, right? For bringing martial arts back to hip hop, because you know, whatever. But I still say hip hop is the birth of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's deeper than that. And like a good martial artist, when a grandmaster sees another grandmaster, they have to spar. It has to happen because not only do you want to know you're at the top of your game,
Right.
you spar to be taught and to learn. And if you meet another grandmaster and say none of y'all beat each other, but y'all get that respect,
Right.
it's a whole new understanding of the culture or what you do.
Yep.
Who did you round with that you sparred against that let you know you was on that level? And how did sparring with those people elevate the game for you, if not for them?
I mean, there was people out there that was known as the best. I sparred against a lot of people. For me, it was more like ciphers and going back and forth.
Well, yeah.
You know, it was all about, it was respect involved into it, but you know what I'm saying, Caps LeBron, you know, I mean, you name it, whoever, you know, with his Double O and his brother, you know, so all those cats just hang downtown and all. I mean, I used to live downtown, in downtown North, and everybody knew me. Everybody knew me. You know, I was solid in my skill. You know what I'm saying? We would go back and forth and everything. You know, and all that. And you learn that people. I'll tell you what. It pays to be good. It pays to be good, man. Because if you ain't good, you gonna hear it, and it might affect your career. But you know, I did what I did, man, and do what I do. So. You know what I'm saying? I'm well respected. I respect everybody that, you know, that come from the bricks, man, that did it like me. You know? That's what that's all about.